Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Smishek's Custom Baits, Rick Smishek here. Today we're going to make a color that I just didn't know what to call it. So I call it Nameless. It's a pretty cool color, I think. It uses green pumpkin and sweet potato. Um, yeah, so this is I'm going to use the same molds I did last week's video because I want to have some baits in this color to try out, to try to see if they actually see if it actually catches fish. I suspect it will. Um, but with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so you can see the plastisol is a little bit yellow again. It's not terrible, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. What happened is I was cooking the plastisol and forgot to use the heat stabilizer right away, and I got it to around 300, and when I pulled it out, it was looking a little yellow. Oops. So I added it then, but so we're gonna do the back first. I'm going to use the green pumpkin because it's the darker color to help cover up the yellow in this. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and stir that. And as you can see, we barely got it stirred in, and that yellow color is virtually gone already. And there we go. Okay, so if you're using the darker colors, I guess this is a good lesson, I guess, or tip, whatever. If your plastisol yellows a little bit, just use it with darker colors to cover it up. Don't use it with white. A couple videos ago, we saw how that worked out. Okay, there we go. That's pretty nice. And when I stick the knife in, it disappears immediately. So that's what we want. We want a nice dark black, or back. I mean, but I'm going to be using black, so that's probably where that came from. Let me just use a scoop here. This is the 062. Okay, get that stirred in. All right, that's your basic green pumpkin right there for the back of this bait. Okay, let's go ahead and get the other cup out. As you can see, that one's just a little bit yellow too, but it's not as bad as the other one was. Okay, so now I believe I got this one from Lureworks. Um, the cap was leaking, so I replaced it with a generic bottle off of Amazon. So let me see here. Okay, I'll just take a quick peek at uh, my recipe card. Okay, this one we put 40 drops in because the when I first made this color, um, 30 drops wasn't quite enough, and the green pumpkin kind of overpowered it in the laminate. And you can see that this is a pretty thick color also. It's very opaque. We just barely stick the knife blade down in there and it disappears. So, and for this color, this is a ridiculously easy color to make because not only are we not mixing colorants to come up with a specific color, but we're using the exact same glitter in the bottom half as I used in the top half. It's that 062 in the black. So let's go and get this mixed in. And this might actually be a pretty darn quick video if I don't blab too much, huh? Just notice how that how the black glitter kind of darkened up the sweet potato color a little bit. Okay, there we go. I think that's ready. And we'll let me get these brought back up to temperature and we'll shoot them in the molds. All right, I have both colors brought up to temperature. They're about 335 right now, but the injectors, well, everything's cold. I didn't preheat anything here. So, I mean, it's not like cold, but it's cool to the touch. So we're going to lose some of the temperature here. That little chunk there doesn't want to come off. So the temperature is going to drop a little bit on the plastisol as it warms up the other stuff. This here is the 7-inch ribbon tail. And I paid a little more attention to it than I did last week. I actually felt the plungers going down. Okay. All right. And then these two are the 3.5-inch tubes. Let's make this sit up here like so. Nice and slow. There we go. Now these two molds here, if I shoot them a little too fast, the baits in the lower part of the mold will be a little bit mixed. Okay, the color will mix it a little bit. Let's go ahead and do the second one. There we go. Nice slow shot on this one, so it should work out pretty good. Should. Okay. Top that off. Let's top this off again. That ribbon tail eats a little bit of plastic there while it's cooling. All right, let's go ahead and open these up and see how we did. See what comes out. My favorite part of the whole process right here. And look at that, they all stuck to the top again. Let's go ahead and pull these off. Come off this. Check out the sprue. Huh? The sprue's looking pretty darn tasty. If I was a fish, I might eat the sprue and not just the baits. Okay. Oops, got my caught underneath the edge there. All right, here we go. Take a look at these guys. All right. I think, see, I haven't fished with this color yet, mostly because I didn't have it in my tackle box. But it's a pretty nice color. I don't remember what made me think of this. There you go. Bob's your uncle, huh? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. And I need my screwdriver. Actually, I can probably use the knife. Go ahead and there. See, you can actually hear them pop. Oops, sorry about that. Hit the. Okay, there. They're all loose. All right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and snip the gates here real quick while we're at this. Oh, touch that tripod again, darn it. Oh, I shorted a little bit on the legs. I probably didn't hold enough pressure. Yeah, see, I'm short a little bit on legs too, but they're still fishable, no problem. I wouldn't sell those. I wouldn't try to sell those, but with the shorted legs like that. But I see these ones shorted just a little bit, but not as much. There we go. And I used that spray, that extra virgin olive oil spray again. And these ones shorted a little bit worse. I'm not sure. It's probably because I didn't hold enough pressure. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Let me pop this one open. we go. Oh, look, that's shorted too. Okay, I cooled off too fast. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to start preheating my molds, I guess, every time, because I started with a little bit hotter, plastisol this time, and that wasn't enough. So I'm gonna have to bust out the heat gun from now on and heat them up. Okay, so you saw another mistake today. It doesn't seem like it's cool enough in here to have to preheat the molds, but maybe I do. And maybe instead of using that heat gun, maybe I need to get an electric griddle and set it up somewhere and heat the molds on, and warm them up on that. That's what a lot of guys do. I definitely won't be using the torpedo heater that I have here in the garage, at least not yet, because diesel here in Nebraska, in eastern Nebraska, is pretty ridiculous. I don't know how it is in the rest of the country, but I was driving through Greenwood, Nebraska this morning, and diesel there was $5.05 a gallon. Well, that'd be over $25 to fill my gas can, well, the diesel gas can, and I'm just not ready to do that yet, because that'd be quite a bit of extra money for me. So I guess I'll probably just, for now, I'll probably just use the heat gun just to take the chill off of everything, and that probably would have fixed the issue with the shorts today. So, part of this is just getting used to the different climate here in Nebraska as opposed to what it was like in Denver. So, live and learn, right? With all that said, if you liked what you saw today, hit the like button. That helps the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, will you please do so? We're working on that. We're working on that 1,000 subscriber mark still. That's the next big goal. And share if you would please. Sharing puts it out there for other people to see, not just the people you share it with. Like say you share it with all your friends on Facebook. Well, their friends should also see it. So it can help. It can help in a couple different ways. And with that said, folks, until next time, tight lines, calm waters, and God bless.